And comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Oh my goodness, this is Devin Ashley and you're in Devyns Playground. We have a lot going on today. We have already started off with lots of excitement, so let's say hello. Feisty Pisces.
Hey, hey.
Lady Hustler.
Hey.
Siobhan.
Hello.
And in the studio, we have two special guests, very good comedian friend of mine, Mr. Michael Scott.
Yeah.
And we have someone that's new to us. So, Lloyd, please introduce yourself. You're a comedian. You said, I want to get in all of your things. So you're a comedian, improviser, what else? I mean, tell us all the glory.
I'm an actor. I'm a veteran of the military. Student of the arts all around from Chicago.
But you're not necessarily you're not always this serious, right?
I'm not serious right now.
Okay, well, good.
Wow.
I'm glad because you're here in Devyns Playground. I have to go to Feisty Pisces. Let's go to Sandbox Scandal.
Little Sandbox Scandal.
Yes.
So this weekend I was doing a little football happy hour, which was very
That's
cool.
exciting.
Yeah, which was great.
Wait, what is football happy hour?
When you go
Watching
to meet
the game,
boys.
yeah.
I'm sorry. When you go to watch the game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking it's one of those little female inside things. Oh, football happy hour. All right,
You mean like
I'm sorry.
when we take it from the back? No. This is when we actually are someplace surrounded by men who are enthralled, drinking beer, watching their favorite game and possibly their favorite team. And then there might be some leftovers. So
you done went very deep, and we done been on this show, what? Not even 2 minutes?
I know, right?
Not even 120 seconds, soldier.
You've already learned something. This is what happens. Devyns Playground. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was having a conversation with two of my favorite Virgos.
Okay.
And so we were talking about Rihanna and Beyonce and how she was a Beyonce fan. And, I'm a Rihanna fan because she's my fellow Pisces.
Right.
And she was like, I don't like Rihanna because she's a hoe. Oh. And I was like, well, what makes Rihanna a hoe? And she was like, because she willingly got with Chris Brown when, he had a girlfriend. I was like, well, that doesn't really make you a hoe.
Mm-mm.
I mean, is that what makes her a hoe? Do you know all the other things that she does?
And
she just posted nude pics on the internet this weekend.
Did she really?
For real?
Yes.
What website?
In a fur with a blunt.
Oh.
That's some
Go
He-Man
check it
shit.
out.
Remember
check it
He-Man?
out.
Remember He-Man used to pick up a sweater? Ho! Ho!
But then we had the guys that were coming in. He's like, no, well, hoes get paid. And she's already paid. So.
Wow, that's great.
Which is true. I do agree with that.
Okay.
So then we were trying to figure out, okay, well, what's everyone's definition of a hoe? Because when I say hoe, I'm using it kind of like a terms of endearment.
For me, a hoe does not get paid.
Really?
Right?
Well, whore is, hoe
I
is
think
short
it has
for
a
whore,
double
so.
meaning.
Yeah.
I think it means several things, There's
You could
job
do hoe
hoes.
activity.
Maybe you could just
Without
be a
being a
hoe
hoe.
for the night. Maybe you're just a hoe when you go to Vegas.
There's attention hoes. There's
true.
motherfuckers that just want people's attention.
Oh,
Yeah.
very true.
There's all kind of hoes.
They're seasonal
Attention
hoes.
whore.
Seasonal hoes, yeah. There's get mad hoes.
Temporary
Bitches,
hoes.
when they get mad at their man, all of a sudden they a hoe for like 2 days. You got to catch them
But
in
then
that
what
period.
makes you a hoe, though? Like if you're having sex with more than one guy in one night, or...
For guys, it's different.
Yes.
Period.
Just say it. Yes.
No. All right, it gets real scientific for me. If
too.
I stick it in and it does that little sync thing,
No.
that's a hoe.
A what?
Same thing.
You get past the first layer, then it starts sinking. You be like, oh
my God.
You like it's called drowned. Back in the day, we used to call it getting drowned out. You swimming. Breaststroke, you the left stroke.
Swimming in the juice. Now, for me, it gets scientific because I
know
always
it does.
taught
I can tell.
that it's
With your
different. It's
glasses,
different
you
types
can
of
tell.
women. There's hoes, there's bitches, there's sluts, and there's broads. Right?
Wow.
See,
You've thought about this.
oh, this is laid down pimping from my grandfather, from my uncle.
Do it.
And it's like this. It go like this: a hoe is a bitch or a slut that you fucking right now. A slut is a hoe or a bitch that you used to fuck, and a bitch is a slut or a hoe who won't give you no pussy. And a broad is a bitch, a hoe, or a slut you don't know nothing about. See, now I understand there's hybrids and combinations, and this is the 21st
I'm a hybrid.
century.
I'm definitely a hybrid.
But
Tell us about your whole side. I want to know about your whole side.
You are nobody wants to know about my whole side.
To that.
Yeah, I don't fit into any of those categories. I didn't even understand.
You've never done no whole shit?
Never.
Have
you? Okay.
That's a big smile.
Yeah, I know.
That's a huge smile. That's like I remember that night when.
Well, we haven't determined what a hoe is, so I can let you know if I did the hoe shit or not.
True. No, it's true. She's right. We didn't.
I think let's just narrow it down. Narrow it down to an activity of being hoish is. Oh God, I don't even know because I'm just putting myself out there.
An overdose or something. Because like we said, you got the attention hoes. Yeah. They don't necessarily fuck everybody.
Well, I crack hoe.
Crack hoes.
Crack and Siobhan's like, I've heard of that one. I've heard of a crack hoe. Okay, let me contribute. A crack hoe. Okay. I agree. An excessiveness to it.
Okay.
Hoeing. So is Rihanna being excessive?
I don't think so. I think that me personally, I love vagina. So nothing will make me more happier than twice or 3 times the vagina in one evening. So I understand when a woman loves your penis. And she could have more than one in the evening. I don't think that that's excessive.
I think it goes for everybody's tolerance of whole shit. Me personally, I don't personally know Rihanna to really say she's a hoe, but like I'm hearing about her getting back with Chris Brown and it fucks me up because like I don't really check in with the social media shit all like that. Yeah. The last time wasn't she with that Kemp dude from the Dodgers?
Yeah, something like that.
Then I heard Meek Mills in the song talking about they did something.
She running through niggas, man.
Drake. I mean, I don't know. I don't know her. So, these might just be lyrics.
So if that's true, and she is hanging out with all these guys and handling business, does that make her a hoe?
Not necessarily because we know these motherfuckers. Are you a hoe
if you're a female that just likes sex and then we're single?
That's a hoe. That's a hoe.
How is that?
You want to know? I mean, maybe I'm becoming old school, but I remember it used to be a day that it was hard to get the pussy.
Yeah, that was.
And girls purposely made it hard to get the pussy. Why? Because it was supposed to be that golden gift. This is my gift.
Why? Because they were 16.
A lot of people come in and get your gift.
And when you're 16, then yes, it's hard to. It's hard to make that decision.
So it's just not no gift. It's just like whatever. That's some whole shit. That's some whole shit. We getting close. Yeah. We getting close.
She's just living young, wild, free. She's rich.
Yeah,
she's fabulous.
I think
I
never said she was a hoe. I never said.
I mean, if you define a hoe as being excessive, she's excessive with her success. So I think that can be used as a good. You know what I mean?
Siobhan always puts it in that perspective, in the glory of it all.
But as you're comparing those two, Rihanna versus Beyonce, like Beyonce was so wholesome. She grew up just.
But different. You know what? But
Beyonce never put herself out there like that.
Beyonce got with a male hoe, Jay-Z.
Yep.
So I mean, let me shut that down real fast.
Well, see,
he admitted on an interview one day that he had sex with 60 girls from the Big Pimpin' video.
What?
Yes.
When you got money, you supposed to do boss shit.
If I had money, hell, I'd be having sex in my money, a nigga who felt like whatever.
Do you think because of that, though, because Beyonce didn't have her career kind of like Rihanna's, do you think she's respected more, or do you think
but see, the funny thing is I think that Beyonce is really kind of just as bad, or if not worse.
Undercover.
She's really undercover with it. And
that's a hybrid.
Yeah, that's a hybrid.
They sneaking, they fucking.
Yeah. So I don't know if anyone is better. I think I kind of like Rihanna because she is kind of all balls out with it. Like when I saw these pictures on TMZ,
she doesn't care.
She's by the fire. She has a big fur on. She doesn't have no panties. Somebody's taking pictures of her. She's rolling a blunt.
Mm-hmm.
That's that Pisces.
Like you would never see Beyonce. Who knows? She may be doing that right now, and we will never know because she's not real with it. So
she's a Virgo, so she's undercover with.
Yeah, we don't really like Virgos.
That's how we do it in Devyns.
Except for my 2 favorite Virgos that provided me this subject.
Okay, so are we any closer to the definition of hoishness?
No, actually.
I mean, we really are. It's just y'all don't want to. I think it's certain entities that don't want to accept it,
no,
and
I
we
feel
don't
like
know
you
why.
don't,
Why they don't want to accept? Everybody in this room know what a hoe is.
Yeah, promiscuous women. I know because I frequent promiscuous women. I search for I like hoes. Is basically what I'm saying.
Why is it got to be promiscuous?
Yeah,
because there's no secrets with a promiscuous woman. See, if I got a girlfriend and I'm doing some fucked up shit, I got to come up with a secret or some type of story to go with it. But if I'm messing with a hoe, I just call up and be like, "Yo, I'm fucking with some other hoes tonight."
But why does she have to be called a hoe when we're doing exactly what men do?
Because it's the gift. Y'all talk. It's the gift. We supposed to have to work. Are we just losing out on the gift? There's just no more gift anymore. It's just pussy, huh?
Well, no. See, this is
everybody hoes. There ain't no more girls. maybe I'm fucked up. Maybe a hoe is like regular now, and then like a hoe is a hoe that go extra hoe than the other hoes.
I just think a lot of women are at some point have turned into hoes.
We're free. No.
Yeah.
We're free now. We don't have to be secretive. We're out there. We're doing what we want to do.
Yeah. I think it's it can be empowering.
Can I ask a quick question? And I'm just joking, right? I'm just joking right here. But I do, just for my own personal knowledge, I would like to know, ladies.
Yeah.
What area codes?
Oh,
do y'all reside?
No, don't let him do this to you.
No, I'm not. I'm just asking. I'm not
We're
gonna say
all
nothing.
from different area codes.
Can we just have a round robin? Can we just have a round robin?
626
909
626
818/646.
All right.
Yeah.
Is that all right with you?
Is that
representative
we got
sample.
2626s up in here.
So that's all he's saying.
That's all he's saying. I'm just asking, because there's certain area codes, that's a little bit different than the other area codes.
Those would be the ones in the valley.
I never said you. You said 646 818. I never said that.
No, I'm asking, are there different area codes that tend to have more?
Yes.
See, the Bible speaks of such things. The Bible speaks of such things.
Why are you taking it to the Bible?
Well, I mean, he talks about different spirits and dominions.
Talk on that shit,
over
son.
regions, So it's certain area codes out there that it's a spirit that it ain't got it right. Oh, it's rotten.
Well,
it's rotten.
It's fine. It's fine. None of us are hoes.
All I want to say is
that's
at
all
my
the
bachelor
conclusion
party,
is.
when I get married at my bachelor party, I want my bachelor party full of 626 chicks. That's all. Point blank.
That's fine.
Fill it up.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
I got to see the phone. You gotta have a phone. You got to show your number with your phone on it. You got to be 626 to get in. Female 626.
But you said something that just got my mind racing. I want to talk about the women taking power over their sexual dominion. That to me is some 21st century shit that is awesome.
Yeah. And I love all the words. I love your words. I think you're saying the same thing that Michael says, but just in bigger words. I'm delighted by that.
Muslim version.
Brother Muhammad speaks that on the seventh day.
Being pie, brother.
Because I haven't been asked about my dominion in a long time. I mean, this is very glorious. I'm so happy that you shared that sandbox scandal. Mm-hmm. We will continuously be on this journey of trying to really configure what a hoe is and see if we can get some in the studio.
Yes, let's do that.
I'm down for that.
All right. Of course. This is Devyns Playground. We have Siobhan coming up with what would Devyns Playground do, and that will be in 30 seconds. What do we have going on? What would Devyns Playground do?
Customer service.
Customer service
in person.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna find out what's going down. I'm intrigued. Okay. Devyns Playground.
Okay.
What would Devyns Playground do?
So I don't know if y'all have heard on the news. There were 3 girls at a diner, and a waiter put on their receipt "fat girls."
Oh my god!
Have you heard about this?
I have not.
There is.
I would have been completely appalled if I would have.
There were 3 ladies at some diner in Stockton, California.
Okay.
And they were just minding their own business, having a nice
just being
lunch
fat and possibly enjoying a buffet.
Well, not a buffet, but technically on the
it could have been.
It was,
if it were me, it would have been a buffet,
appetizer or something like that. So anyway,
breaking it down, an appetizer and a dinner set,
two Cokes and a Sprite.
Oh, okay.
Nothing abnormal.
Nothing too fat girl like.
Right. Okay. So they get the receipt, and on the receipt, one of the girls picks it up and says, it says Fat Girls on it. And her other friends were like, no, it doesn't. You're kidding. And they're like, no, she showed them. It listed their table as table 1/Fat Girls.
Oh, wow.
Why are you laughing? This is atrocious.
No, it is. And I don't, because saying it out loud, I don't know.
It's Siobhan, it's rude and it's offensive.
Right. So they bring it to the waiter's attention, and the waiter denies it because.
Okay, somebody would have to do more than bring it to his attention.
No, here we go.
In my life.
Yeah, well, right.
Yeah.
It depends on the 3 fat girls you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I'm sure they did a little more than that. It is Stockton. Let's be real.
Well, they bring it to his attention, and he's like, oh, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It's, totally in denial. So they bring the manager over, and they said that the manager kind of had a smirk on his face and was like, oh, we're sorry. We'll give you 25% off of your check. And they were like, absolutely not. He was like, okay, 50%. Like, really? So then they took a picture of the receipt and it went viral. And the guy got fired. The waiter got fired.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, well, go ahead.
Yeah. So, my question is, would you take it that far? You know what I mean? If you were enjoying a meal somewhere, it doesn't have to be Fat Girl, something derogatory.
Someone did
on your receipt.
Hell yeah.
No, I had a situation at McDonald's.
We would have been in court.
I had a McDonald's situation where they were coming over. I was in the diner part of McDonald's, and they were coming over with my order. Somebody opened the Big Mac thing and pointed to it, and the manager said, no, it's okay, give it to her. Looked at me. Like, I'm gonna, and I looked at it, and it was the most contorted Big Mac I'd ever seen in life. And I'm like, just because I'm a big girl, you think you could throw me any sort of Big Mac? I went buck wild in the McDonald's. I did not care. I was like, yelling my head off at everybody. I would go off on that because that is just.
I mean, it's something. I mean, when you're paying service to something, like
Michael.
I mean,
she looked at it and she's like, "Oh yeah, she'll consume that."
Which you probably did.
I mean,
you were like, I'm gonna eat it now, but I want you to know the second one that I ordered not acceptable. But I'm gonna eat this one.
Right, but I mean, what if the manager? I mean, what would you do if the manager's like, "Oh, I apologize. We'll take 25%."
You know what though?
Off.
It's easy. The easiest thing to laugh at is a bunch of fat chicks. But if it said something racial, if it said something about their sexual orientation, if it said anything like that, it would be a totally different story.
Yeah, but that's attempted murder. That's attempted murder because this is what they did. No, it is. It's attempted murder because this is what they did. All right, you gonna put on a receipt, fat girl. Give it to the fat girl. And all that. It's obviously she's about to sue. That's why she's, putting the pictures out, making it viral. She's going to sue. She's going to get tons of money from a corporation.
Well,
no, wait, hold on.
I didn't know. Can you sue over something like that?
It's a family-owned business.
Oh, snap.
She's going to get a little bit of money.
That's even fucked up. No, that's a
diner.
Well, she might run that diner now. But the thing about it is, she going to have more money, and what's that going to lead to? She going to go to more restaurants. Her arteries are going to grow, and they're going to grow, and then she's going to die.
Yeah.
It's attempted murder.
You have made your case.
Like a chicken finger appetizer. It wasn't even 3 platters.
I've been on the other side though. Like one time when our waiter was being a bitch. And I put in the little tip section. I was like, "You're a bitch."
Oh, nice.
And she followed us outside. She was like, "Hey." She's like, "Did you write that?" I was like, "Bitch, is it on my receipt?"
Thug customer. I like that shit.
Yeah.
Thug customer.
Wow.
What happened to the old school leave a penny on the table? What's wrong with that? Just leave a penny on the table.
All right. Okay. What do you think, Lady Hustler?
What would I have done?
Yes. If somebody came at you with something that you're self-conscious about, it could be anything. Yeah, said, right. Okay, whatever it is on the receipt.
Yeah, watch yourself, bitch. Watch yourself.
Beauty is as beauty does. I don't know.
Sounds about right.
But what I'm trying to say is, if that shows up on your receipt, I mean, are you just letting it brush off your shoulder, or what? I
would have took it to the manager. I wouldn't even talk to the waiter. I would have took it directly to the manager and just said something to that person. But as far as like take a picture of it, I probably wouldn't have done all that because.
But like.
We're in social media now. You would have taken a picture.
Would you be okay with like 25 or 50% off the meal? Like, I would be like, I'm not paying for this shit.
I wouldn't have paid for it. Yeah, I wouldn't have paid.
I've done that in Denny's too in Vegas, and they call the police.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, because he was like, it was like, first of all, you know how Denny's hires like all ex-convicts, like especially at the ones in Vegas.
Yes.
Thank God.
So it's like, I was like, what is this? Like, you didn't even make this drink right. Like, what are you doing? Our waiter wasn't looking at us, and I was like, I'm not paying for any of it actually. And he was like, I'm gonna call the police, and I was like, call him. So then we were like sitting there for 20 minutes, and I was like, where's the police, Jose? God damn. So we're like, he's like, this is a family restaurant. You're too loud. I said, Jose, where's the police?
Oh my God, I wish I could have been there.
I said, I'm still not paying, so I don't get it. Yeah, so we all walked out.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what do you think, Lloyd? What is your weighing in? We need the intelligent input on this one.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Honestly, I probably would have paid it no mind and walked out. I probably would have left it alone.
Really?
Yep. Because as a nig, there's certain fights.
And we can't.
As a nig, I have to choose my fights.
Shout out to all the dead slaves out there.
Oh my God.
I have to choose my fights. And something at a restaurant, man, forget it. It's over. Like that Big Mac, I'd have probably ate the shit out that Big Mac. I wouldn't even recognize it. But that's just me. That's just me. I save my fights for the proper time. Like if somebody,
So what would make you go out? I mean, what would be that breaking point where you would be like, I have to say something because this is appalling.
If a restaurant had a black and whites only section, I think I'd probably have to.
Where is that in the South?
If I was getting something to eat in Mobile, Alabama, and it was like you got to sit in the nigga section, which is formerly the smoking section.
Yeah, that's fucked up. The first thing he said is you got to sit in the nigga section. That made him mad. Like, you gonna sit me to the nigga section?
No, it's just the fact
I can't go sit with them.
I can't sit with the white
folks. Why don't we love our own?
I got a college degree.
Damn.
Oh wow.
But no, I'm serious.
Hear that, niggas?
It would have to be something that drastic.
We're not allowed to say that.
Normally, I don't allow the N-word on my show because you want to know what happens is that people, they
gonna say,
that I'm here. Here I am, allowing everyone to, say the N.
Let me say something in my defense.
Yes,
that's my reparation. All right, so we already know they ain't gonna give us the 40 acres and the mule.
They ain't gonna give us Israel.
That right. They ain't gonna give us. They gave us Barack Obama. And I mean, he cool and all that. I like the way he walk and talk and all that. But he ain't gave us shit. But he did equalize the sentencing of crack and coke. So
I feel like we are going to touch on every subject tonight and get it all situated.
Let me just finish this.
It's going to be solved.
We're on Larry
Since we not going to get our reparations, we have decided we're going to make our own reparations. And that is we get to say the nigga word and nobody else can.
Basically whenever.
That's
like
our
whenever
reparations. You want. Right. And can't nobody else say it. But this is what we do. We make every black person the judge. When somebody that's not black say the word nigga, it's up to that person to judge. Do I do something?
So if that
should I fuck him up?
If that word was on your receipt. If that word was on your receipt.
You burn the shit down.
No, I would. You know what? If that word was on my receipt, I'd probably write back like, "Yo, what up, nigga?" And
I would have been. All right, you guys are very cool. You guys are a lot cooler than I am. I would have.
You're upset about that Big Mac.
I was upset. That happened like 6 years ago when I blew up in that McDonald's.
Did you boycott McDonald's?
What?
Did you boycott McDonald's?
Yeah. Absolutely not.
Tasting the fries, girls.
She's always like, McDonald's? Yeah, girl, I got you.
I'm loving it.
Oh, my goodness. I boycott that one. I don't go there into that specific one anymore.
The only thing you did wrong is you were supposed to sue Yeah. Get the money out of these corporations. You're supposed to take a picture.
I'm telling you, I'm suing over, especially McDonald's. Or oh yeah, I'm suing.
I mean, if it goes viral, it gives you even more power. Yeah. So it's like, oh yeah.
She gonna put that family business. They can.
Oh yeah.
The sign going down.
Yeah.
She gonna sue the last name off there.
Right. Hope that family ain't got kids because they college ain't paid for it no more.
This is true.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Funny. Well, what would now we know what Devyns Playground would do, and that's
we obviously go buck wild. Yeah.
Some of us would go buck wild. Some of us would just write little notes back and forth. I mean, it's cute and fun.
Time for that.
I'm suing corporations.
Yeah, I know. I know. And you're serious. I know. I
got like 3 court cases going now.
Wow. Lady Hustler.
I just sued somebody for $10,000.
Give us a teaser. What's going to happen under the bleachers today?
Oh, I stepped on the other side of the grass, on the other side of the fence.
This is going to be the perfect. This is going to be the perfect conversation with the perfect guest.
Wait a minute.
The other side of the grass.
Other side of the fence.
What we talking about?
We don't know what.
Wait, on the other side of the fence now. No fence. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Give
us 30 seconds and we'll explain everything. We'll explain everything.
You know Frank Ocean shit.
I love Frank Ocean.
Oh my gosh, we have so much going on in the studio today, but let's get to Lady Hustler with the little Under the Bleachers.
Under the Bleachers. Okay, so I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and we were talking about dating people outside of our race.
Yay.
So if people don't know, I am an international lover. I love them all. I accept them all. So I was asking my homegirl, like, what was it that this person did for you that made you say, like, oh, okay, like, I can kind of get used to this? Have you ever, of course, have you ever dated white or Hispanic or, European, Asians, whatever, European? And so I had...
No. I didn't know. I have people calling me a European
she's
online.
A European. Yeah,
they don't want to call me a white girl. They call me a European.
A European? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So anyways, I was telling her my situation. Like, I had went out with one of my gay homeboys at the time. We had went to a club or whatever, and this white guy approaches me. Now, this white guy was absolutely gorgeous. I'll never forget him. His name is Scott. Scott, if you hear this.
Ooh, wait a minute.
Wow.
Scott was like, hey, she's online right now. She's talking about me, man.
His name had to be Scott, too.
Yes, exactly. But he was gorgeous. And so, he came up to me. We were talking, and he, like, asked me out on a date or whatever. And we went out, and we just had, like, a very, very good time. So I was like, okay, my eyes are a little open now. So maybe instead of, because there was
seeing the light a little bit.
Because there was a time that back in the day, like, I was only like going to like black clubs, wouldn't dare go to a club in Hollywood if it was mixed. I wasn't a part of it. Like, that just wasn't my flow. And then of course Devin was like, watch, just go.
Why do you have to bring my name into it? Of course, I'm like, white boys are fine. Come on.
No. Well, we know you don't always like the white boys. But anyways, but she,
she right there.
But she introduced me to kind of like going to the club. So anyways, we go out, we have a good time, and I'm like, all right, I can possibly do this a little bit more. So my question to you ladies, have you ever dated anyone outside your race, and then you were like, you know what, maybe I can continue to do this?
Oh my, this is a loaded question, isn't it? Have I ever? Well, there was a young man.
Yeah.
His name was Bobby Jackson.
Yeah.
I was 16. He was 24.
Oh, wow. Illegal.
Wow. Chester.
Yo, did she just rat on Bobby Jackson?
Bobby Jackson.
They about to Elmo you, Bobby Jackson.
Was he from Minnesota? No.
He bought me Strawberry Hill and took me into Angeles Forest. which is a place where people go parking.
16 and 24, I can't, man.
And even though things didn't go down the way that he wanted to that night, ever since then, I have to say that black men do have a special place in my heart.
There you go.
So we ended the night. I learned a lot. And we ended the night. He dropped me off, and he explained he was the first one to really put me up on game, that possibly my acne problems could disappear, and he would help me with that.
Oh, hell no,
and then
dog.
With a little facial?
It works.
And I look back on that with fondness. And you know, I do have to say that my eyes were opened. But it could work against you. Yeah. Because I've had a situation where I was married to a Latino, and I've been divorced for 10 years, and I've never dated a Latino since. Because it was a bad situation. Okay. So it could work for or against you. All right. What do you think, Feisty?
I haven't dated out. The closest I've gotten to is a Puerto Rican, and I still considered him a Negro. That's about it.
But what's that about? You're just not open to it?
No, I just never.
You've never been so quiet about a subject in your life.
They don't really. White guys don't really approach me. They don't want like light.
They don't approach anybody. They're white guys. Oh my god.
No, that's not true.
They want more. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, no, Feisty's right. If you're darker skin and have ethnic, they are so. I don't know.
Sister locks.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. They are so like they're more prone to go to that type of black woman versus
this is
like girls take notes how to get the white dudes.
And plus guys already think that I'm already like half something anyway, so then they're like it's not really, I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, besides white guys, there's a whole bunch of other kinds of people.
I'm open to it.
You are open to it.
I'm open to anything that, you know, as long as you got that girth in your pants.
Well,
I'm open to it.
Most South Cal chicks is open to any race that can get them paid.
Yeah, basically.
Oh, here we go.
No, we're not talking about pay.
Nobody is talking about getting paid right now.
All right.
I
mean, the dude could be Arabian. If y'all found out he was a prince, and he said, "Oh baby, I just want you and you only."
Well, we like Arabians.
Look up Arabians and find a way to conform to that Arabian shit.
I like Arabians.
Wearing the chic the next day and all that.
I
like
you would convince everybody, "Oh, I'm in love though. It has nothing to do with his money." Come on, man.
Well, so you're saying that's the only reason why somebody would date out of their race?
I'm talking about this region. This is
you know what though? You know what's so bad about that is that I was at a club and some white guy was talking to me, and we were he wasn't white. Armenian was talking to me, and we were like literally engaged in like a conversation. And I walked away for a minute to go use the restroom. This black guy walked up on me so quick and was like, "Oh, so that's what you about? You about that money?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
Well,
he's like, "Yeah, so that's why you over there talking to him, because you really." And it's just like, dude,
I have to tell you, Michael. No, Michael, that is Lady Hustle's way of saying that you're bitter. Basically, basically, she's very nice.
I wanted to put that out there. I like all women. Okay, I'm gonna just tell y'all. I had to have that moment where I had to have a conversation.
Yes.
With my dick.
Oh.
And I said, because little do you know, I have a European. She's not a white American. God forbid. She's European. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of black women were mad at that. When I took her to the club, we had drinks poured on us. Like, I almost went Little Reese. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, she got cornered in the bathroom. I had to go in the woman's bathroom. All kinds of stuff.
Man,
so I had a conversation with my dick.
You didn't teach her about anything, huh? You didn't teach her about how to handle
I told
business?
her, but like in her country,
I wish somebody would run up on me in a bathroom. Okay. I wish a motherfucker would. I wish a motherfucker would.
You gonna start breastfeeding like two of them. The other one is a rep for the last one.
Interracial dating too is that You know, when I want to date somebody, I look at their family too. So if I'm not going to be accepted by someone's family, because I mean, like a lot of white men or Armenian, they may like you then, but it's not like they're going to wife you up and bring you, you know,
a lot of times I don't even want to get wifed up by you. I just want to have some fun.
I just want to say, as an official black man who's involved in all these kind of conversations when no women are around, that we're just talking about women, don't nobody care about no black woman meeting no white dude. We're not. Have y'all noticed that we're kind of venturing away?
Like, here we go. Oh, look at Siobhan rolled her eyes so hard you almost heard it. You almost heard you.
My mama was black, so I love black women. But I think it's 2012. Like, you know, my dick is not racist. It's already a dick. He don't want to be racist too. You know what I mean? And I don't think
it's black.
So. And I think if a black woman found a white guy, she should be happy. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Lloyd, I was happy, Scott. I was happy. I was good. Like, there's no complaints coming from me. I'm just asking a simple question. Have they ever dated someone outside of their race that made them say, "Oh, you know what? I can do this."
Okay, let's
you need to look at How to Catch a Predator to make sure you don't recognize no faces.
Oh,
and then you'll be all right.
Did you just call all white men pedophiles?
Call all white men pedophiles.
You just called all white men pedophiles.
Just like when we wearing a hoodie, you know, all of a sudden I got a hoodie on. Oh, okay, shit, you know.
Why do you think I got this jacket on? I ain't trying to get shot.
Right.
Oh my God.
So it's like, just to be safe, if we gonna be stereotypical, just to be safe, you need to, you know How to Catch a Predator, or they got an app where, you know, if you type in his name and his date of birth,
you can find out if he's had a...
Right, if he's a sex offender, you don't know. You don't know what's going on. He might have pictures of little girl bikes.
Oh, my God.
All on his computer.
Siobhan, what do you think?
We just completely ran.
I know.
So have you ever dated someone outside your race? And
I have, and I have to say, I dated a Lebanese.
Ooh.
And it made me intrigued about the Middle Eastern.
Yeah.
So that, besides, I mean, I really haven't dated any.
But were they a hood hop Lebanese? Because some of them are real hood hoppers.
No.
I love the way. I love the ones that they try.
I met their family and everything.
Oh,
and,
nice.
Yeah, I think they're beautiful, though. I think, I don't know. I have something about Middle Eastern.
Yeah, see? So there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like I'm trying to go out and be like, oh, the first white man that I see, I want to marry you. No,
as long as you're circumcised, then just...
You know you had a conversation with homegirl. I made it. What happened?
No.
I met a white guy. I made it.
You know what I did?
Do you think that people really do that?
You know what I did do? I was like, Devin, he has blue eyes like you. I was swimming in his eyes.
And then I made it. I married a white guy.
No, but it's cool. Like, I don't see anything wrong with it. If a black dude dates a white, it's fine. Like, I don't care about any
it's
of
like
that.
2012.
It's
the norm pretty much now. It's like,
but you know who was catching so much talk about that was the rapper Eve. Because, you know, her dude he's white.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And, I mean, and she's supposed to be pregnant now.
He's what?
He has a lot of money.
Well, who's objecting to all this? I don't hear none of these objections anywhere. Like Halle Berry, nobody's not saying anything. Like, because we not tripping.
Because Halle Berry is already mixed. So it's kind of like...
But she still considers herself a black woman.
Yeah, but it's still like...
Kerry Washington.
Yeah, but see, but I think what it was is with Eve is because she's so hood. She's hood. You don't look at Kerry Washington, you don't look at Halle Berry and say that they're hood. Eve was hood. She was a stripper. She was this. She was what? She's a gangster. And now she has a white dude.
Yeah.
She met a white dude. She made it.
And she's pregnant, so everybody's like, "Oh, you lost your."
People evolve.
She got pregnant now. She made it
forever.
All right, Lloyd, what do you think?
Me personally, I started off dating white bitches, so I can't really.
Wow. Okay.
He just had a black chick last year.
I can't really. My bad. I just can't. I don't. This is a foreign concept to me because I grew up in a place where people just. They didn't really. If you meet somebody that cares about you, you damn near owe it to yourself to date them. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't really.
That's the best advice that you've provided all night,
except for what I'm about to say. And it's like this.
Yes.
There's so many people in the world that just want to be happy. My mother told me a long time ago when I brought my first white bitch home. She was like, "Look, whatever
I'm into it.
like." we love.
Yes.
And ever since then, I've went on to fall in love with Hungarian women, Icelandic women. I think I dated a black chick one time. It was cool. But I just went all around whatever I'm attracted to.
Yeah, she was like, what? Absolutely not.
Well, I think that
80% of the chicks I've dated have been black, just to let y'all know.
15% of the ones.
Oh my God.
But it's not about the numbers. It's about can you really count with your heart? It's not about the fucking numbers. It's about, vagina.
Before I found my girlfriend, I wanted a black chick. I'm not rich enough for one here.
Oh my God.
No, I'm straight up. I can't afford one.
Poetess.
I can't afford one.
Wait, we need.
I got to get my credit score up.
Oh my
I
God.
do. Man, they be asking your credit score the first time you meet them. I can't get past a preliminary conversation.
Michael, when you go out into the world and you talk like this, I mean, we love you here because this is Devyns Playground. But everybody, are they as?
Yo, these hoes listening right now. They sitting there like, yo.
Well, tell one of your
he
hoes
telling the truth. They fighting him, but he telling the truth.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that again.
I hit this chick with one of my nice little lines last year. I was like, yo, let me tell you, what I got to do, to be able to apply for that job opening you got. It was one of the old school, but it was good enough.
Okay.
It wasn't super corny, but it was good enough.
Kinda.
And she was like, all right.
Corny to me.
Well, one of the first qualification is what's your credit score.
Oh, see you later.
I hit her with the number. And she was like, She didn't even tell me no. She did that LA shit. Oh shit, somebody just called me. Oh shit, hello. Oh, where you at, girl? Oh, where you at?
She did that after your credit score, huh?
Yeah. And that was the whole night, I want to holler at her now. It jumped up like 40 points now, I holler at her, okay, boom, 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 see if she'd be like,
Maybe.
It take a lot of on-hand cash to go out with a certain type of woman here. You got to pay for this and pay for that, go to comedy shows and movies and buy pasta. And
drop them off at their mama house.
I only need a Big Mac, so this is pretty much a Big Mac, as long as it's been constructed correctly, will make me happy.
If she do that for a Big Mac, what you think she'd do for a fat burger?
Oh my God.
I might not get you a Big Mac, but I get you 2 McDoubles.
All right.
I can't even.
I didn't vouch for that last one.
I'm just trying to find love
I'm being
out
real.
there. I'm just trying
That's
to find
right.
Okay.
What we have to say is we're equal opportunists.
Opportunity lovers.
Yeah.
I had just a situation, and I wasn't going to share this story. Well, okay, so it's not really a story. I'm not even know why I'm saying this. I don't know what's happening. I had my first fire crotch.
There you go.
Really?
And I was completely delighted with
What is a fire crotch?
You're happy with it?
So this is what happened. I'm going to tell you guys. I've been dating this guy, and he's young, and so we're it's time to make things happen. And his hair on his head is like red, like Ronald McDonald. And I wasn't expecting everything else because he's so pale. And then he dropped his pants, and then I was far away because my eyes couldn't see, and I saw something. And it was red, and I'm thinking, is it an irritation, like a skin irritation, or possibly a rash? And
Man, I don't want to know about this.
And so I was nervous. I was nervous, and then I came close, and it was his hair. He had red hair, like red.
See, she stepped outside the box.
I did.
Yeah.
And now you might look at another.
And then what happened?
Hair, period.
And then I kept looking at it, and I kept smiling because I was so delighted with it. and no man wants you to laugh when you look at his crotch, right? No,
was it big?
It was right there. It was in the pocket. Let's just put it like that. Whoa! It made things happen. It was there. It was
knock them walls.
That's a code word for
The walls.
No walls. No walls. He wasn't. Well, he was doing all the right things.
I'm just happy you got some.
How old is he?
I know. I got some.
Yeah, you got some.
Good.
Round of applause,
Yes.
Devyns.
Hold on, wait.
But I haven't had any all year, so don't start.
Hold on.
Right.
Didn't you just say he had an irritation?
I thought you said he had a
No, I was from far away. Oh. I thought it was an irritation because when white people get an irritation, their skin turns red. So from far away, because I didn't.
That's not only white people.
Our Redbone honey watched it.
Right. Okay. So from far away, when I saw that part, I wasn't sure. I thought, like, is that a rash that he has on his crotch?
So you fucked the caveman?
She
What
did
the
it with
fuck?
the
He
lucky
was just
leprechaun.
a very, but he had no, and then another thing, he had no hair up here, but then everything down there was very hairy, and it was all bright red, orangey
I
red.
hate hair.
It was for Christmas.
I like when guys shave. Like, I like when you're completely shaved.
No.
Yes.
No.
I like no hair.
I don't like it because then their balls get sticky and they poke at you.
I
like the
know,
hair.
right? I don't like
That's not true.
my balls.
Anyways, I got
So happy for you, Devin.
Thank you. And he did break down barriers because just a few weeks ago, I did say some things about younger guys that I wasn't into it and I wasn't.
I told you those
wasn't
younger
gonna-
guys listen.
Oh, the cougar we were talking about.
Yeah.
Blew them
rocked your
cobwebs
world?
out. He was like, move that cobweb.
Well, right. You put flames in your.
Yeah, he did.
There you go.
He did. Let's just say I was thinking about
the great.
Yes, everything was matching, and let's just say I woke up the next morning and the first thought was him. So
There we go.
That just means because you haven't had any in a while. That doesn't
Yeah,
really mean anything.
that might be it.
Dang, feisty.
Because I wake up and I think about it all the time. Like, I think I need counseling at this point.
No,
What do you
don't,
mean?
no.
Like, I'll be in church too, and I'll be like, oh my God, please get out of my head. Because I'll be thinking about sex.
Oh, that's in one of the main places.
No, it's sad.
Church is one of the main places
When
you
I'm
think
at
about
Your mind
sex.
can wander depending on the church.
No, it doesn't matter. Like, anywhere I'm at, like, that's what I'm thinking about. So need some counseling. Sorry.
You don't need counseling.
All right.
Just
Okay.
need some dick.
Yeah, damn right. Dick. That's what'll help you out.
That's what that is. Okay.
And that
Well,
whole older woman, younger guy shit is unfair. Y'all know y'all run a mad game on them. They don't
Yeah,
know
them
what the
little
fuck
young
is hitting them.
motherfuckers.
Hey, you know what? Y'all been
Mad
doing it for
game.
years,
Exactly.
so please.
yeah, he
you.
wrote me a
Please.
text. He wrote me a text the next day. We were texting back and forth, and he's like, "Yeah, last night I wasn't ready for you, but next time I'm gonna be ready." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!"
Wait, and he got wait.
ready?
Like,
And to her, that's phase one.
Wait,
That's like phase one.
you mean this young guy has you texting? Because remember, there was a point where you wasn't texting. You was like, you better call me.
I know.
And you text him back. That dick.
No, I didn't.
The dick.
I didn't.
Did you put a smiley face somewhere in that text?
There were smiley winky faces. Oh, I'm a cornball. Okay. All right. Well, this actually brings me into my segment. Like, have you guys this year? Have you tried anything new? You tried something new,
I tried something new.
but I mean, it doesn't have to be even about sex. It could be anything that you were delighted with. That you tried something new this year. We're going into a new year, and I just kind of want to like broaden. Just let's broaden our horizons a little bit. What have you tried? What have you tried new, Lady Hesla?
I went on a date where we actually went hiking. I've never done that before because most dudes are always
activity,
like,
a physical activity date. That's
Yeah.
awesome. How was it?
It was fun. I made it all the way to the top, and I took the hard route. See, he was like, "No, we're going to do this route." See, and he guided me through the way. And
I would be nervous that I'd be so out of breath that there would be like,
I didn't.
oh yeah, what's your sign? When's your birthday? Huh?
And I didn't complain, not once. See, most people would. Well, most women might be like,
I
"Oh,
declined
this is
that
whack."
date.
Yeah,
See, one woman who doesn't need to be.
There was no money involved.
No money exchange, just
No
a
money
hike.
involved.
That's all you have to do, Lloyd.
There was no money exchange that day.
Oh
Yes,
my goodness.
that day.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, and I take that back. Afterwards, we went to Chipotle. I paid mine, and he paid his.
No.
That's how it always starts out. That's
And
how
I
it
didn't even-
always starts out.
No, what do you mean? No, it
Start off
starts
like that
out.
with
It
me.
doesn't start out that
And
way.
then
that's
6 months
right.
later, you paying for everybody.
Okay, hold
no.
on. What do you think, Feisty Pisces? This year, did you enlighten yourself to something new? It could be anything. Any thought, any book did you read that you were like, this has totally blown my mind? No.
The only
What do
books
you
I read
mean?
was 50 Shades of Grey.
Did that blow your mind?
It just makes me think more about sex.
Dick.
I mean, that's it, and that's nothing new.
Okay, so were there things in 50 Shades of Grey that you're like, I want to try that? Because it's all about what S&M and all.
I don't think I'm into that.
You're not.
I mean, I like it rough, but I don't like whoopings and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I don't think
you're not gonna whip me with a whip.
Like
flog me.
Like adding utensils and tools into it, right?
But I'll do the whipping though.
Well, maybe a little hand around the neck, maybe a little choking action.
Yeah, I do that.
Okay, I'm into it.
I'm into choke me, spank me. You can pull my hair because it's real, honey.
Oh, Siobhan, this year.
Yes. Love. It's new.
Oh, you fell in love.
Yeah.
That is right. You are that one of the group.
I am. I went horseback riding on the beach.
Wow. Ooh,
that's romantic.
Expensive. This is what all my children's.
Anyway, I went through and fell in pink slime.
Yes, we did do that. Yes.
And I ran laps in a lake.
Yes.
With sulfur.
So Siobhan has several things.
I did those things.
I don't think right. But I don't think I would have ever.
I would never have either. Yeah. Okay.
So, those are. It fulfilled me for 2012. I can.
Yeah, those are new awesome things. What do you think, Michael? This year, did you just come to a certain point of enlightenment? Did something really just? I don't know. What did you try that's new that really turned you out this year?
I can say this year I tried a lot more to conform to being a house Negro.
Oh my gosh.
I've been trying a little bit of house Negro.
Why can't it be something normal? Like
I'm being honest with you. I was like, you know what? I need to think of something that's funny.
Like the sweater that you have on, the colors that you're wearing. I mean,
brought this because I'm like, this will make them look at me as a house Negro.
Yeah. Oh my God.
All that is related. So, I was like, I might just tell the truth. This year I tried.
There's nothing that you're wearing that makes me think house nor Negro.
Negro.
I can go real deep, but I don't want to go too deep. But let's just say, this is the thing. Okay, let's just put it with the black brothers. It's the thing with us with this whole house Negro thing. You know, it'll be other motherfuckers that hate. Then you got certain motherfuckers it's cool to be black when it's cool to be black.
Yeah.
And when it's not cool to be black, they get to change their voice like this.
Hello, how are you?
And still be considered black.
My real name's Michael.
You brought one that does that.
Yes. As you can tell, I'm trying to be like a house Negro.
Now hold the fuck up, all right? No, that's some bullshit.
So that's what it means to be a house Negro?
Oh, no, house Negro is deep.
The house Negro is a mentality. I don't have that mentality.
Well, we only have 2 minutes for you to explain what mentality. So
fuck that. I'm talking about what I did for 2012 that was new.
Yes,
Everybody else got
we talk about the house Negro shit.
We want to hear that.
Time.
All right, so I went rock climbing. I went rock climbing this year.
Hey.
That was new.
Hold on, was it on an actual mountain or in one of those gyms?
Both. I did the gym first and the actual mountain.
So you got addicted to it a little bit.
There was no dick involved. No, I just like rock climbing.
Right.
And the second thing is I had sex with my first porn actress for this year.
Awesome.
That was something new.
Cold Sore on the way, 2013.
Thank you.
Wow.
You know, they actually get tested. They get tested every 14 to 28 days, so they are the cleanest. They do.
Okay, well then, how did couple things
want to know why?
Want to know why? Was tainted.
Because they go to different countries where.
So then, how do we know that they didn't?
Anyways, long story. Okay, so a porn actress and rock climbing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
How exciting.
Nice.
Now we can discuss this whole house Negro shit that's going on. See, I was raised to speak to people in a certain way where they can understand what I'm saying.
Negro.
No, hold on, dog. You said your shit.
We have 2 minutes. We don't. We don't have 2 minutes.
Fine.
We have. Oh.
Yeah.
House Negro has nothing to do with the language. I just want to put that out there because my vocabulary is extraordinaire.
Okay, well, we're going to need both house and field niggas to shut up.
Okay, so this is.
And see, that's the African American with the Caucasian accent.
This is. Oh no! Here we go. Here we go.
We got different categories.
So let me explain something to the listeners out there.
She's I know that affiliated.
I know that you've heard a lot of things that have ties to being racial issues. Okay, but I have to explain something to you. Sometimes when you are discussing things freely with people that you enjoy their company, you can be free with your thoughts. That doesn't mean that it allows people to hate on other people, okay?
I'm dating a white girl. I love white people.
Yeah, me too.
And my mama black. I love black people.
I'm dating 2 of them, and I'm dating a black girl.
So
I'm dating an Armenian. I'm just joking. Just go.
Be up in Glendale all the time. Huh?
I do.
Oh, wow.
So I just want to say that even though we got super racial today.
Don't say we.
I did get racial.
That even though we all got a little bit.
Yeah, y'all did.
We all
accept that stuff, women.
I don't think I did.
I'm not gonna.
You did.
Even
I didn't.
Not once. You did.
Nope.
Even though that happened, it was all in fun, and to get the issues out there on the table, and let's be honest about this stuff and not get hateful. Honest but not hateful. How about that, listeners? Thank you so much for listening. Let's everybody say goodnight, and when we do, let's again, because Christmas is coming up, let's give a Christmas wish. Some Christmas wish to the people who have listened and are watching our show. Feisty, say goodnight to the people.
Good night, and the weather outside and the fire is so delightful. And since it snows, time to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
She wants a white guy. That's why she. Bada bang. Okay. Bada bang. Lady Hustler?
Oh, good night. And a Christmas wish?
Yes.
To them?
Yes.
The world's gonna end on Friday.
Oh, no.
I'm just playing. Merry Christmas.
Yay. Siobhan.
Good night. Christmas wish is hopefully I'll be home for Christmas.
Yay.
That's right.
Christmas.
Biggest wish. Come on,
Michael?
play ticket.
I would like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and also say goodnight. And what I would like to wish for everybody next year in 2013 is that we see George Zimmerman locked up in handcuffs because he be fucking us up. Merry
There
Christmas.
you go. Boy.
My name is Lloyd, and I would like to say goodnight to you all. And my Christmas wish is that we remember the reason for the season. Let us not get caught up in this holiday hoopla, which is directed by Hallmark, but understand that the reason for the season is the King, the man himself, Jesus, wonderful Christ. Thank you. Amen.
Bean pie, brother.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Assalamu alaikum. Shabbat shalom.
We had a delightful night
Hanana bana hanana.
in Devyns Playground tonight. I don't know if I fully had control of what was happening or what was being said, but I do know that I was delighted, and I'm delighted to have you as a listener. And I know that Christmas is hard for some people. Okay, I know that sometimes we don't always get what we wish for, but all you have to do
Fight
is
the power.
fill your little mind with joys and laughter. Throw in a DVD. You can snuggle with yourself. You can make yourself happy. Don't want to sit there and cry. You want to make it all day, and you can go through the night. This is Devyns Playground, and we give a Christmas sound all day and all night. We don't want you to cry.
Merry Christmas.
That's all I could do.